Hi everyone, welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I'm feeling a little bit better. I've just been really run down lately. After my infusion I get that way too for a while. Hey, the kitty's up here trying to play with this box. You want to play with it over here? Play with it over there with the Kleenex box. She loves playing with them. Come over here and play with it. There. She likes sticking her paws in there and trying to pull out the tissues. So usually she's asleep. I mean, she'll make a little, visit usually, but a lot of times by now she's already taken her mostly day-long naps. But she's up and at 'em this morning. So she woke me up early this morning. And I got to looking, y'all know that little video I put out that just says, it says something like Kitty and Friends? I got up this morning and it had 770 some views. And then I looked at it a little bit earlier, just right before this, and it has already got like 847. I never thought it would do anything like that. And I had several other cats on there. I think Pickles was one, and I don't know if Heidi, I think the one that I'm getting ready to do, Heidi, I think it was on there, and another one. It's hard for me to remember all the names sometimes. But yeah, I just, spur of the moment thing, was just messing around. And they send me, well, that one actually, Google Photos or whatever it is, from time to time will send me a little clip like that. And, of course, I can use it any way I want. And that's one of the ones they sent me, actually. It had that music already to it and everything. But it's, I put shorts on it, you put hashtag shorts. And it must have got out into the more like mainstream YouTube or something to get that many of them. So maybe it'll keep going. It's amazing. But today's Sunday, February 21st. Currently it's 29. That's why I'm not out walking. High today is 49. 0% chance of precipitation, 78% humidity, 5-mile-per-hour winds, which would make it feel colder. Air quality 61, still kind of high, moderate for pollution. The thumbnail today, I decided to use one of our members from the cooking club, Chef Mike's Homemade Cooking Club. That's the coffee pot. And because I normally use the picture that we had for dinner last night, which was the chili. Well, I already did a video with using that thumbnail, that picture for my thumbnail. So I thought I would use one of our members, and Colleen Crowell is a new member in, Chef Mike's Homemade Cooking Club. So she had posted a picture of her tater tot casserole and other things, beets and different things. Looked really good. So I decided to use her picture today. So that's her picture that was posted in the group. Got a lot of questions in the comments yesterday for Ask My Tablet. So bar something happening, I'll be doing an Ask My Tablet today. Sometimes things get changed around if we end up having to go to a store or something and I end up doing a haul, or if I end up doing a drive with us somewhere that I didn't plan on, or different things like that. If I just did everything, I could probably have 6 videos a day. I'm trying to keep it down to 4. But, just it's life with Mike, so I can't really see some of this stuff. And also, I need to work on the jokes today for Another Kitty's Corner. Heidi will be the next host. the next guest host. And a few of y'all seem confused by the little video I put out of my son-in-law Will. It was just a goof, you know. I was messing around using the same app that I used for the Kitty's Corner and just seeing if it would work good on humans. I did that, and that's my voice, but that is my son-in-law Will. And it's my voice in there. I'm just messing around. So that's what it is. Someone's like, what's going on? What's that? Today's question, and you know, everybody's really liked my Cook with Chef Mike video that I did last night. It's got 100 views, I think, so far, maybe a few more by now. So, you know, I consider anything over 100 views is, you know, every video I like to see get to 100, but once it gets to 100, it's like, you know, it's kind of made it to me. So I appreciate all the views, and everyone seemed to want me to continue to do them. So along with that, I was thinking, you know, and I'm not saying that I would do each one or anything like that, but I would like to pick from what y'all think would be a good recipe. So today's question is, what recipe would you like to see Chef Mike fix? You don't have to put the recipe in your comment. Just say which one, and if I pick it, then I'll get you to send me the recipe. That should be fair enough, because I don't want everybody to have to, you know, type in their recipe and, you know, I mean, they may not use it or something. But I'd like to get some ideas for the next Cook with Chef Mike. So yeah, I'd like to get your ideas on that. So today's question is, what recipe would you like to see Chef Mike fix? And I'll take a look at all those. And, you know, some things I can't eat, you know, and I substitute usually, is what I've always done. And it's pretty easy to substitute something for certain things, you know. But I can't eat really anything super spicy or anything like that, so just keep that in mind. But so that's all I had going on there. And today I do have another story time. And this is about my Memaw's basement. Kitty's into something. My Memaw's basement. And it was like the old dirt floor basement, you know. It was not finished, but they had shelves down there, a coal chute. You know, they would deliver the coal from outside and fill it up, and then they'd go down there and get their coal and put it in the furnace and everything. And but the one thing I remember the most is, if y'all ever seen a can of what was called Devil Lye, especially back in the day, Devil Lye. They had a can of that sitting, and it's got, you know, the devil, just like an animated picture, you know, of a devil. And they had that sitting on the right as you go down the steps on these little, like, shelves. As you go down the steps, they had different things here and there. But they had that sitting there. And used to scare me to death when I was real little. I mean, you know, like, I guess 5. I remember probably from about 5. They left it down there, and I never would say anything about it to anybody because I didn't want them to know I was scared of it. But it was like it was looking at me when I'd walk down the steps, and I'd be like, I'd go past it, you know, not get close to it and stuff like that. Excuse my voice, it's been acting up. I'm a little congested too. But I was so scared of that thing, it just really bothered me. When I would try to wait until somebody else was going in the basement, like my sister or something, and I would go like behind her or something like that, and not I prefer not to be by myself when I went down through there. And I remember I never did say anything, I bet, until I must have been 12 years old or more, something like that. And I think I just turned it around. I turned the can around to where the back was facing and the devil part was turned out. I finally got the nerve to touch it, I guess. But I think I finally ended up saying something about it. And like Memaw was like, well, just move it somewhere, you know, or whatever. I mean, it was sat there forever. I'm surprised it didn't eat through the can, unless it was empty. It could have been empty, and they just had it sitting up there. Because they had a lot of old cans and bottles and stuff. They had shelves down there, and on the top they would have different like stuff across the top, empty mason jars, different things, you know, all over the place up through there. So it could have been empty, I guess, because it looks like lye would have eaten through the metal after years. But that scared me, but also I remember, you know, other things. They had my uncle had, he was the youngest of the family, my mom's brother, and he was, you know, maybe 7 or 8 years older than us, is all, and he had to put a ping pong table down there. I think he actually made it, you know, out of plywood, and he just bought a net and stuff instead of buying the expensive table. Later on, I think they got a better table, though, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember learning how to play ping pong, and he was really good at it. And he taught me and my sister, and we played a lot of ping pong down there, and I actually got really good at it after, you know, so long. But I remember playing ping pong, having like little tournaments down there and stuff like that. And also, what else was down there? There was the old-fashioned washer. There was just like a big bin, you know, and then it had the thing that you run it through to wring it out, you know. I remember that being down there. And of course they had tons of Memaw and all them canned. They grew all their stuff, you know, had a big huge garden, not like a farm, but pretty big. I mean, big enough for several families. And she would can. She made the best pickles, you know, beets, green beans, anything out of the garden, you know, that she could do, you know, she did. And there would be tons of it down there on these shelves. And the shelves, I believe, had like sheets over them when you just pull them apart, you know, and everything. But I remember the coal chute back there. I didn't like going back where the coal was either for some reason when I was little. It reminded me, I guess, of a scary movie or something, you know. But they would, like I said, deliver the coal from outside. They'd go down this thing into this big pile down there, and they'd use it for heating. Also, I need to get me a cough. Hold on a minute. I need to get me a cough drop. Okay, I got me a throat lozenge. Sometimes my voice just goes. I always talk. I'm a big talker. Y'all might know that by now. I always have been. Okay. So where was I? I was in the basement of Memaw's house. Now, since then, you know, they basically had to sell Memaw's house and the land off a little bit at a time, and then they finally sold the house because Memaw ended up in a nursing home, and it was very expensive, as y'all know. So she was in there a long time, and ended up selling all her land off and her house, but the house stayed in the family, and it was my cousin's husband. he's added on to the house since then. They say it looks totally different now. I haven't seen it in many years now. But anyway, I remember they had a wood stove down there, as they would, you know, back in that time. People now still have them, but I mean, you know, everybody had a wood stove. And we would go down there every now and then, and Memaw would fix us breakfast on that wood stove. You had to get it was kind of a long process. I mean, had to get that wood, you know, the wood burning in there and everything, get nice and hot to be able to cook on it. And actually, she even baked biscuits or made biscuits somehow. I don't know if it had like a little oven or how she did it. She might have done it on the top somehow in a pan, because did they do it that way? I'm not remembering exactly how she did it, because I didn't watch everything she did, but I remember smelling that bacon and country ham. She'd fix some old thick bacon. Of course, they used to have their own hogs, I'm sure, but I don't know if she probably bought that bacon, because they didn't have them then. But one time I'm sure they did. But I remember that bacon cooking down there, and that, like I said, country ham, and she'd fix some eggs. Maybe she fixed them over easy or either scrambled. And then she'd have biscuits. I don't know. She might have fixed the biscuits upstairs in the oven. I'm not for sure how she, you know, which way she did that, but she made her biscuits. You know, I don't believe they were in a can or anything like that back then. And I don't remember if she had any potatoes or what, but that's making me hungry thinking about it. I just remember sitting down there and like just waiting for my plate, you know. And it's just always a good time, you know, and a good fellowship. We wouldn't be watching any TV or anything like that, you know. We'd either be playing something outside or playing ping pong or just something like that, you know. We never hardly watched any TV. Of course, of the evenings, the family would sit in there. I remember sitting on my granddaddy's lap watching TV and feeling so just safe and loved, you know. I miss those days, but I thought I'd tell you one that I didn't get hurt in, or nobody got hurt. Just a good time. I wish I could do it all again, you know. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's morning coffee break and story time. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. I'll probably do Ask My Tablet this evening as my last video. I'll get in here and start work on some jokes for, I guess, host Heidi. So, everybody check out later on. There's always something going on with Life with Mike. So, everybody have a great day, and I will see you later on. God bless.